Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. So today we're back over on the YouTube account. I have been farming up cards like mad. So I've said this before, guys, when it comes to the Stargazer cards, when it comes to the Time Emblem, this is really the biggest driver of getting cards within here, is the towers. I farmed these like crazy. Every 20 stages, once you get to a certain point, you do get extra cards. And looking at the cards that we've gotten, we have 56 Time Emblem cards. Again, we've been absolutely just farming this place like crazy. We wanted to make sure that we got enough cards to try to at least have a shot on those final 2 copies. We know, looking at the where we were last time, guys, we left the Awakened version of Solus. We are two single copies shy of getting her built out. We also built out Navanthi, building her out with furniture, starting to get the signature item, really focusing on building her out as well. Now, what's going on, Hype Knows? We have Dark Lucifer, Shady is here, Nile is here as well. I see Major and Love Linus, Heavens as well. Now, one of the things, guys, is I want to point out is with the Awakened version of Baden, we haven't seen really what kind of impact that he has been making. But if you've noticed within the Kane fight, looking at the leaderboard, right there is Awakened Baden. So we have seen the Awakened version of Baden, who is making his way into some of the Twisted Realm comps, also some of the Cursed Realm comps. Now, again, the big thing to remember, guys, is if you look at the builds and if you look at these heroes, is the Awakened version of Baden isn't working without Solus. So you have to have the Awakened version of Solus for the Awakened version of Baden to work, or vice versa. A lot of players have tried to sub this in, and it doesn't really work without that Awakened version of Solus because she's just super, super broken when it comes to the healing. What's going on, Peter? We have Billy here, Moneymaker, Matthew as well. Yeah, Shady. Now I'll always remember Shady. That's pretty easy. Lard is here, Blue Crimson. Yeah, it seems like Baden is having a pretty big impact, is what we're kind of seeing. Again, the thing to really compare, and I really kind of stress this a lot of the videos, is when it comes to the Awakened version of Baden, one, can you merc it to kind of fill the slot? So can you borrow that Awakened version of Baden to really fill the slot that you're looking for? 2, is he a standalone hero? Now, I feel like in the campaign, we're not going to see a lot of progression within here with Baden. But we knew starting from the beginning, guys, that both the Twisted Realm and the Cursed Realm were going to be very, very heavy. Not only because of the attack and the damage that he was doing, but also because of that clone. It does make a big difference in those specific game modes. What's going on, Pluto? So again, I wouldn't change my priority on how I would build the heroes, guys. I would still go ahead and get that copy of Awakened Solus, and then I would move right into Brutus at this point, guys. The thing with Brutus is he is tried and true. We know Brutus does incredibly well within a lot of different game modes. He has been tested. Now again, with the Awakened version of Baden, might be a little bit, might see exactly where he falls into a bunch of different formations, or he ultimately might not fall into a bunch of formations. What's going on, Alejandro? How does the Awakened Brutus survive? I got him plus 30. So the Awakened Brutus is very strong in PvP. Having the furniture built out and also having the engraving built out, of course, because you're going to get all of the stats with the Awakened version of the heroes. Remember, guys, if you don't have the furniture, if you don't have the engraving, you're missing all of these stats and you're missing all of these, well, the abilities, but you are missing a duration, which of course deals hand in hand with the survivability that we see with him. It works very, very well within there. Yeah, the E60 is where he survives. Really building him out, especially with that furniture, deals with the crowd control aspect, deals with that survivability aspect that we see here. How does Crippling Jet works? So Moneymaker, Crippling Jets within the Hidden Valley is based on the heroes being stacked up. So the Hunter's Notes, guys, the Crippling Jets, you have to have, it is kind of a damage factor that is built in, and we haven't looked at this since we've actually did it. This Crippling Jet's damage percentage, you have to stack the heroes. When the enemy is stacked, such as pulling in with Iran and Skarath for the 5 pull, this will amplify the damage that you're doing. That is the Crippling Jets, guys. They did a absolute horrible job explaining exactly what it is. But yep, the Crippling Jets is AoE damage, which you have to have them stacked up. If you don't have the ability to stack the heroes up, it's super, super difficult A lot of heroes require engraving. Yes, so we have seen that. It seems like Dark Lucifer that Lilith really caught on, or AFK Arena caught on to the requirements for the engraving. Even looking down again, the heroes that we've seen as of lately, when you look at Sonya, when you look at Scarlet, when you look at Brutus, when you look at Anasta, even when you look at Navanthi in here, when you look at Orin, when you look at the Awakened heroes, when you look at Fane, when you look at Treznar, when you look at Kayleen, they have really caught on with the heroes being required, or the players building the engraving within these heroes. They've really, again, kind of caught on to it. I just got my Awakened Baden to Ascended just around 300 or 400 time albums. Peter, that is amazing. We took 500. It was exactly 500 to get our Awakened Baden to that Ascended level. Which Awakened hero should I go for? I still like Brutus. Brutus is still my top choice, just because, again, guys, we know how many game modes Brutus is utilized in, which is the reason I would build him out. Now, again, think of who you can merc. For instance, right out here, guys, big shout out to Kraken. Look at the heroes that you can merc on a regular basis. I do not have the Awakened version of Taylene built. I can borrow the Awakened version of Taylene. There's an incredible amount of players that do have Taylene completely maxed out, which means I can merc her, utilizing her within the Twisted Realm and the Cursed Realm. See who you can merc in comparison to who you can build. For instance, right now we are building out the Awakened version of Solus. With the Awakened version of Solus, I won't have to merc her anymore. I did the same with Thane. I did the same with Brutus. I will do the same with Baden. As we continue to build them, we are going to continue to build them. I got my Solus to Ascended in around 260 cards. Shady, that's pretty crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into some summons right here. Made a lot of progression. We actually gained a couple more levels in here. So we'll pop open our rare stones. We'll pop open these stones, guys. If you caught the video a little bit earlier, guys, we are still 0 for all of them. We still have never seen a hero out of the Superb Stone. We even bought this out of the Noble Society last time it was up. We still have never seen them. What to Stagars after Lucretia, Ulna, or something else? I would still go with Ulna. The thing is, guys, even Ulna is tried and true. We know Ulna does incredibly well within the campaign. Required informations, we see her a lot of different places. I would still go with Ulna just because, again, with the viability. That's insane. I thought getting Brutus to Ascended with 360 was nuts. Yeah, that is crazy, guys. All right, guys, is it time for an Awakened hero right here? Boom, it is a copy of the Twins. So not too bad. We continue to add stars on there. Shamira we don't need, but still we are 0 for every single stone that we have seen with our Superb Stones. Is it worth buying it? Honestly, at this point, I would probably say no, because a lot of players have said with our Elite Hero Stones, we have been seeing a lot more Celestials and Hypogeans out of here. So we have seen a lot more out of here. What's going on, Alfred S? So we have been seeing a lot more Celestials and Hypogeans out of the Elite Stones, and a lot of players have been sharing that on both Discord and Reddit. So I'm hoping, again, Celestial Hypogeans out of here, which we get a copy of Anasta, a copy of Thesu, so not too bad, since both of them I don't believe at this point are up to 5 stars. So I will absolutely take those copies in stride, because, again, that's copies we still do need. And there's Thesu, guys. Now, Thesu is a hero that I think a lot of players do overlook. The big thing with him, guys, is he is very strong with damage. Good damage dealer in the tower. That is really the only place that we are seeing him utilized, guys. Mauler Tower, he can absolutely crush it, similar to a lot of other of our Mauler heroes. Outside of there, has no utility. So I'm very cautious with building out specific heroes just for one single game mode. I would rather have a bunch that are, in a bunch of different aspects of AFK Arena versus just kind of pigeonholing them into one single. Didn't you pull Ascended Taylene out of a Superb? Hippo? I don't remember. I don't think I did. I might have to look. I don't think I did. I remember you popped an Awaken. I might have had one then. Thank you, Childo and Pippo. I do so many summons on here, so I might have got one on maybe one of the faction accounts. I don't remember. Should you use diamond to buy beast food? Absolutely not, Danielle. It is super expensive, guys. When you look at the very bottom, when you look at the beast food, this price in here, this is astronomical. 320 diamonds for 8 beast food. Absolutely not. I would not buy this at all, Daniel. It's super, super expensive. It's not worth the return at all. Even if you go to get beast food out of like the Misty Valley or out of the events, it will be far superior over what you're getting here. Oh, it might have been the viewer summon. That's right, Childo. When I did the viewer summons, I might have gotten one on there. But again, I don't think I've pulled one. I don't think I have seen one on my account. So sorry, I don't remember that, guys. Yeah, it might have been the viewer summons on my account. I don't think I've ever done it. I don't think I have ever seen one, guys. I am kind of disappointed at this point every single time that I pull them because we don't see anything. Yeah, the cores would be a lot better buy, yes, than the beast food. What is the best carry for the Greyborn Tower? Earlier, Geo, is Damon. Damon will carry the Greyborn Tower for an incredible amount of time, similar to what we see with him pulling the campaign. He will carry the Greyborn Tower with a lot of time. Once you get a little bit further, you get some support in there. Again, he will carry it for a long time. All right, guys, so we got 56 cards here. We have 300 Stargazer cards. Again, this is out from buying the packs. 69,000 diamonds. Then, of course, we have a couple more summons here. I'm going to do the summons here. What's going on, Tali? I'm going to do the summons here. We're going to swap over to the Temple of Time. See if we can do it, guys. We need two. And that is all we need, guys. 2 solid pulls. And we can actually get an Awakened Hero or get her up to that Ascended level. So let's see, guys. 56 cards. I might have to pick up a couple more cards if we can't get it out of here. But I believe we did a couple cards last time. So I'm hoping with 56 we can do it. I found Damon to be 50-50 since he sacrifices health. He can either dominate. And that's it, Will. So it's just going to be about going over and over and over. So literally just going through and yeah, just redoing it. Just redoing stage after stage after stage. All right, guys, 56 cards. Here it goes. Hole number 1, just some resources. Looks like number 2 is going to be the same. Just some more resources. But 3 looks like it is a copy, guys. And there's a single. That means we need 1. We need 1 single copy of that Awakened version of Taylene. 26 cards. 1. That's it. That's it, Devin. That's it, Shady. We just need 1. 1 single copy. And we will have her up to that Ascended level. It looks like it is not going to be this one. All right, guys. We got 6 more cards, which will bring us 26 in. Let's see if by chance we can do this. I knew it was going to be tight. Again, we pushed a lot of floors in the tower to get this out. Yeah, I'm hoping with the singles, guys, that we could do it. And the final one right here, can it be 1 single copy with our final cards, guys, for that Awakened version of Solus, or is she going to elude us? It is eluding us again. What's going on, Peter? When is Lilith going to do the engraving reset? I have a bunch of heroes. I don't know. Honestly, Lilith has done engraving resets kind of random. So unfortunately, no copy of Solus right there. But like I was saying, they've been kind of random with the resets. So let's look in here, guys. I think we have 1 more pack that we can actually pick up. And again, I don't advise doing this. Small players, whales, whatever it may be. That is 60 more cards, guys. There we go. So we were waiting to see if we could do it, guys, with the cards that we had. But boom, we pick up a little bit more there. Now it should be no problem getting her built. 60 more cards. I know, James. It's disappointing to see that we did not get it. Endelance got 30K diamonds yesterday. I haven't seen it in forever. Those, yes, Devin, absolutely, guys. If you're looking at packs to buy, the best ones in here are the VIP rewards. These are actually the cheapest you are going to find if you're purchasing something in AFK Arena. By far, these are the cheapest packs that you're actually going to find anywhere. What is your damage on the Temple Rift? I managed 153 billion. I haven't pushed it yet. I think today is the last day of the Grand Hunt. If I do remember correctly, guys, I think this is the last day. Some reason with the Temporal Rift, it sometimes crashes in here. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something with BlueStacks. I don't know if it's something, see, with AFK Arena. A lot of times when I go into the Rift, it crashes. Vulcan actually pulled 30K in the Temple of Time. I've seen it once. I've seen it once in there, Peter. Is Granite any good? Granite is good for a single use. So Granite, with his plus 30 signature item, is really the reason you build him. Outside of there, guys, Granite doesn't have a purpose outside of getting the plus 30 signature item. I've only gotten 30K diamonds once out of 5 years. Yeah, Shot, I've got it about 2. I think I've gotten it twice, maybe 3 times just out of the viewer summons. You were wrong. The advancement rewards are the best packs. 45K diamonds are only $20. Advancement rewards are the best packs. So the big thing, Tenzo, is what you're looking for. So what I was saying here is looking at the packs is if you look, and this is the reason why these packs are so valuable. Right here, it is, let's go to the smaller pack, which I think I just bought it. So right here, $49 for 60 cards, 60 Stargazer cards. Tenzo, that's kind of the big thing to remember. The packs for progression, your advancement rewards, your climber packs will be incredibly well and will do incredibly well. They are one of the absolute best purchases, but you can't use your diamonds for time emblems. That's really the big thing to remember is there's no way that you can use your diamonds as time emblems, which kind of stinks in that aspect. Yeah, Granite is used to die. That's really it. I think Hero Shards with Stargazer cards is very weak too. Yeah, it's pretty limited, Jack. I think they should change 30K to 60 time emblems. Yeah, that would be nice. All right, guys, so let's get this final copy. What's it going to take? 10 more cards? Is it going to be 20 more cards? Maybe. Are we going to continue? 30. It's going to take us 30 cards, guys, and there we go. So that will take her up to Ascended at this point. And then I'm just going to swap over and we're going to go to Baden. But that gives us Brutus, that gives us Thane, Aziz, and it will give us Solus up to that Ascended level. Let's see if Baden is going to provide us a first copy, guys. 1 pull, 1 copy, and it was the very first card after seeing there. Are Yen and Geralt enough to carry for 2 teams in the campaign? They could, Ahmed, if you build them out. So Geralt and Yennefer do work super, super well together. They can in the campaign. They definitely can. Plus 30 signature item for Lucretia stages and tower, helpful. Yeah, Lucretia is super strong, guys. Granted, it is a cheese. Go with 1 pulls. Oh, sorry, Law. I just seen that. There we go. And there we go, guys. There is a copy of Brutus, or a copy of Baden. Pull number 2 just got some more resources in there. And then pull number 3 for our final card, just the same, guys. Some more resources. Very nice. So that's it. Yeah, we got 2 copies in there, which I'm happy about, guys. And there is the Awakened version of Solus. We still need some more resources to continue to build her out, but right there is Ascended, guys. So our fourth Awakened hero up to Ascended, which is good. I definitely, you can actually put them into the Stargazer, and there she is, guys. So now we have the Awakened version of Solus in the Stargazer, which means we have to add a star on her or a little bit more. Pulled Ascended Baden Mythic +1. That's 10 from 300. And that's what a lot of players have been saying, Blue Crimson, is they've had really, really good rates with the Awakened version of Baden, which I would definitely love to see. All right, so we need, look at it, guys. We have a lot of resources in here. Let's see if we're going to get it, Marco. Let's see if we can do it. I don't have enough lab coins for both. How to get some quick. Lab coins, there's not a way. Now, they have said that they might do the double lab reward, so you could get some bonus copies in there, Dominic, but if you don't have lab coins is the Awakened. So, Niall, the Awakened heroes can be summoned in the Stargazer if you have them Ascended. So looking here, guys, I have the Awakened version of Thane. He can be in here. I have the awakened version of Brutus already to ascended. Ascended is the trigger in here, guys. Once you have them ascended, then you can stargaze for additional stars out of the stargazer. You can once you get them up to ascended. All right, so let's see, guys. Streamer luck, fingers crossed. Let's see how many stars we can add onto this awakened version of Taylene, which I'm hoping. I am hoping that we can do and get lucky with some pulls in here. First pull gives us a copy, guys. That is Solus. That is Baden. That is Solus again. We get another copy. Guys, keep the luck coming. We are doing amazing. There's another copy. Let's see if we can pull the diamonds out of here. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys, that we do get lucky in here with these copies. Lucky with some diamonds, lucky with some copies. And we know we're going to get a lot of loot that's going, of course, to the mailbox. But again, I'm hoping, look at that double Graveborn card right there. And there we go, guys. There's our second copy. What's going on, Jaffe? Hey, boy, I have 2 copies of Ascended Thane with 630 time cards. Should I go for Brutus or Thane? Honestly, I would go for Brutus. I know you have 2 copies of Thane, which is really the other thing is you cannot go wrong with that awakened version of Thane. He does incredibly well. So does Brutus. Brutus and awakened Thane. If you want to do Thane, Thane will work. If you want to do Brutus, that is who I recommend. Let's see, guys. So that is 2 so far. Haven't seen the diamonds in here. And another one, guys. That is 3. That was 2 more Stargazer pulls, and that is a 3rd copy of Solus. So that's what, 80 cards? 80 cards, we got 3. We got 3 copies out of 80 cards, which is incredible. But that will give us another star, or our first star on there, which is good, guys. Again, I'm seeing all of the luck. 80 cards, guys. There's our engraving. Let's continue. Let's continue with her. I want stars. We want her to do damage. We want to build her out. This is the reason why we've been building all of these heroes, saving our resources, getting the stars out of here, guys. Making a lot of progression. There's a Graveborn card. I want to see the diamonds as well. And there we go, guys. There's another one. Guildmate got 5-star Awakened Thane out of it. Yeah, Ascended Thane. 5 Ascended Thane out of 80 cards. That's awesome. And there we go, guys. Another copy right there. Come on, just keep those copies of Solus coming. What we want to see out of here. Boom! There we go, guys. There is another one. One more will be star number 2. Still haven't seen the diamonds yet. I want to see the diamonds today, guys. I'm hoping there's our 3rd copy, guys. We're 180 cards in, but that is 6 copies. That is 6 copies out of a 180 cards, which is awesome. Guys, that is absolutely insane rates. 2 stars right there. Very nice. Someone posted a list on Reddit, which ascended. Yeah, I seen that on there. Endelac from In Season, a couple other players. They went with the Awakened version of Thane, which again, one version they went with Thane, and then 1 copy of Thane, 1 copy of Awakened Solus, then in for Brutus. It's kind of either way. Or Mishka, yeah, Mishka is a beast. I love absolutely. Mishka is a beast. I have Awakened Taylene Mythic. Is it worth going Ascended? Dominique, if she's used it in a couple different places, I would just build her out, guys. If you already have them built out. And there we go. There's another one. That is 7, guys. That is 7 copies with less than 200 cards. Because we had 380 when we started. There is another copy. Guys, these rates are just insane with what we're seeing so far. Let's try to keep this going. But that is 7 copies out of there so far. That's awesome. Yeah, that I haven't had luck like this in a long time, guys. And a double. Look at that. And 30,000 diamonds. 2 copies, guys. Look at that. Look. Boom. 2 copies and the diamonds. We called it, guys. Look at that for a screenshot. Look at that. Look at that. 2 copies and 30,000 diamonds from the pull. Wow. That is Awesome. That of course is going to give us some extra copies, but a double and the diamonds out of there, guys. Still have 132 cards left, which is awesome. That is crazy. And I believe that adds our 3rd star on there for Solus. Let's see, guys. I believe that's a 3rd star. And we got the diamonds. I was calling the diamonds. I was feeling the diamonds. And we got them. We definitely got the diamonds in there. That is awesome. So we need 2 more stars. And she will be 5-star, guys. She will already be done. Let's see if we can keep this going, guys. Got the diamonds, got some more copies. Still got 100 cards left. 30,000 again. There is no way, guys. This is incredible. That is 60,000 diamonds. Absolutely crazy, guys. There it is again. Wow, there is no way that I got 30,000 again, guys. This is ridiculous. This honestly is ridiculous, guys. That is 60,000 diamonds. Wow, that is insane. That is very cool to see. And there is Solus, guys. We got another copy of her. James is calling the police over here. There is Solus, guys. That is 60,000 diamonds. Yeah, today's been the luck, guys. I spent the morning putting up Christmas lights outside. So this is kind of the payback for the work that we put out this morning. 3 more pulls here. Come on, Solus. We need a few more. And there is another one, guys. There's another copy. We've got 10 more. Yeah, luckier than Vulcan, guys. I don't know where all the luck's coming from. I think it's all the streamer luck that we got today in a back-to-back copy of Solus, guys. We had 10 cards left. That's a lot of copies. That is absolutely, that's a lot of copies. That is 60,000 diamonds and all of those copies, guys. Let's use our last 2 cards here to get some back-to-back copies of Solus. And I think we need 3 copies, and she will be 5 stars. Already, guys. She will be 5 stars just like that. Incredible. Incredible, guys. So I think we just need 3 more. We have no copies. 3 more, and she will be 5 stars, which is awesome, guys. This luck has been insane. Solus plus Brutus. This is the best summoning session I've ever done, guys. So let's see. We need 3 copies of her, and then she'll be done. Let's see if we can pull some more diamonds in here, guys. Let's see what it is. And there we go, guys. We got our first subscriber, 10 Goo. Thank you for subbing to the channel. We try to get 5 every single time that we do our stream. That is our first one. That is number 1, guys. Let's see if we can pull these last 3 copies of Solus in here. There's 1. So 1 down, need 2 more. Come on, Solus. Just keep it going with the diamonds. There's copy number 2. We need a single one, guys. 1 copy left. And she will be completely done. Just 1. Just 1 more. Let's see. Is this the one? Maybe got a lot of resources in there too. Boom, and there it is, guys. That is it. I mentioned a new Mauler. As of right now, James, no. So they have talked about a new Mauler coming. Dolly has talked about it as well. As of right now, we have 0 knowledge. There's nothing from AFK inside. There's nothing right now that we have seen. So there we go, guys. Not only did we get her ascended, but we got her ascended to 5 stars with probably one of the absolute luckiest summoning sessions that I have ever seen. Yes, Brutus, we're going to swap to, guys. Brutus, I need 2. I need, 3, 4, I need 5. 5 copies of Brutus, and he will be at 5 stars as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to swap this over to Brutus and continue the push, guys. What's going on, Toxic? I know exactly what is this luck. It's incredible. I really hope that the new Mauler is support. We need support, guys. Namisu has carried the Mauler faction forever. Honestly, he has carried them forever. We definitely need a Mauler support hero. would be cool to see, guys. All right, we need 5 copies. 5 copies of Brutus in here, guys. Pull number 1 just gives us a few cards, which is good. And watch, Brutus is just going to completely shut down the luck. Some more cards. There we go, guys. There is Brutus. So that is 1. We need 1 more to add a star, 3 more to take him to 5 stars. Just some more resources right there. Come on, Brutus. 1 more. 1 more Brutus. We got a lot of cards, too. We have a lot of cards to use. I'm going to use them in just a minute. And there we go, guys. There's Brutus. That means he is 3 copies away. He is 1 star away, which we got 2 more pulls here. Boom! Back-to-back Brutus. I love seeing it, guys. That brings us within 2. That brings us within 2. So we have 1 more pull. We need 2 copies of Brutus. Let's see what we can do, guys. There we go. It is just some more resources with the last one. I'm going to save the rest of the diamonds, but we are 2 copies away, which is awesome. At first, to be able to make the stream, usually they're in the middle of the day. Yeah, I do them at 1 p.m. I try to do one kind of during the week if we can. But this is kind of the prime time. Alero and the Totem Dude. I wouldn't consider Alero support as Raphael as much as I would like to. I really don't consider Alero as a support hero because he really doesn't support the faction at all. Yes, guys, I love doing the streams, and you are witness to probably the best rates that I've ever seen within AFK Arena. Me personally, crazy. Guys, we took her to 5 stars. We got Solus wherever she may be in here, all the way up to 5 stars. Have to put some furniture on her. Engraving, we can do the rapid strength. There we go. Yeah, next week, probably next week or 2, we can get Brutus to 5 stars. Then we can continue with that awakened version of Baden. And then we're just shy of getting this plus 60. So I think we need 4,500, and I think we're at 40. We're at 33. So we're about 1,200 cores away from getting her maxed out, which means with the upcoming event, I'm going to get the cores. We're going to max her out. We will have her completely built. Same with Red Chest. We're focusing on building out Nevi at this time, so we can continue there. Let's pop open these cards, guys. Just most of these are fodder. Almost everyone in here at this point is just fodder. Nevi, of course, another copy in there will definitely do well. Morrow and Peggy. And then it's all food. So with the food, we have just been recycling like crazy, guys. That way I can continue to power level our Elder Tree, which has kind of been the focus for an incredible amount of time. 32,000 essence right there, guys. Boom. 49 is going to give us another level, which is awesome. We can continue just progressing through there, which is awesome. You ever worry that you're burning through a lot of content too fast? Not really, Shot Gaming. It is what it is. Just for the reason I love playing the game, guys. Putting out content, you know, as much as I would like the views, as much as I would like the subs, guys. Most of you know I do this for the passion of the game. I don't do this. Most of what I put into AFK Arena is what comes from YouTube. This isn't my job. This is something that I love to do, that I started years ago. I love doing the videos. I love being able to talk to you guys, having conversations about AFK Arena. You, my audience, you're the only ones that I ever get to talk to about video games and about AFK Arena specifically, which is fun to see. I could sit here, and a lot of YouTubers, even a lot of content creators don't put much into games, guys. It's all about what you can afford. If I couldn't afford to put a little bit of money into AFK Arena, absolutely do not, guys. If you're staying completely free to play, my free-to-play account on here does absolutely incredible. I love doing the content. I love making the production. It's something that I love to do. They do seem to keep up. Yeah, this game has a lot of content. This absolutely has a lot going on in AFK Arena. And I mean, every 2 weeks, we're seeing updates. We're seeing additions. We're seeing a ton. We're seeing a ton that is coming to this game, guys. Kind of nonstop. So let's see over on our merchants. We get the advanced ship, which I think we get Baden. 10 cards, guys. Could that be Brutus? Could that be our Brutus? Absolutely. I would love to see that be the copy of Brutus that we need to actually build it up. But let's see what we can get out of here, guys. Adding another star onto Navy, which means free loot. I love getting the free loot. This is really the reason why I push the new heroes. There's the engraving. All right, and then out of here, we can do one more summon, guys. But I think we get, what do we get? 6,000 poke coins. I need furniture. I need furniture now that we have the Awakened version of Solus built out. I need furniture in there. Gain another level. We're on 467, guys. We're almost to 650. 648, we're definitely making some progression. Elder Tree, boom, add another level on there. Just need some more loot. And then the Oaken. This is what we're doing. Is Thorin's furniture worth it because I'm missing my energy? Yes. Guys, 309 is really where you want to build where you want to build out Thorin. The 9 of 9 is not a hard stop priority, Peter, but it is something that I would absolutely shoot for, just for the simple fact that you'll have a lot less RNG. If you build them up, you will have, again, a lot less RNG. They need more towers in here, guys. We are, as you can see, running out of towers in their entirety. So let's drop Solus in here. Got a little bit of engraving, which is good because now I can actually use her to continue the progression within the hunting fields today. So let's get her furniture. She's going to be the priority, which I think we built out Brutus last time. If I remember, I think Brutus we maxed out with the furniture last time with the cards that we have. 30, yeah, we don't have 300. I wish we had 300,000. Yep, 30K is all we have. But we have one card, and the Awakened version of Solus is in here. That is right. We have Yennefer in here. We have Geralt in here. All of the heroes we're focused on. I have 1 star, Awakened Solus, and Thane as waiting for more research to assure how good the Graveborn. Actually, I'm glad he's not OP. Yeah, I would go to Brutus. Just like we've seen with the guys. Brutus is a solid choice. He's tried and true in a lot of different game modes, which there is a copy for Audrey. Audrey is a hero, guys, you cannot overlook because of her dominance within the Celestial Tower. Audrey does incredibly well. It's super broken with how strong Audrey is within the tower, which is the reason why we built her. There is a copy of Sonya, or a second one of Sonya, and one for Audrey. Let's equip these up. I was just kind of thinking how close Audrey was, which I think she is done. I'm not sure if we pulled an extra for her. We could have possibly pulled an extra for her. Let's see in here. You know what? I'm going to put Albedo in here just because getting that 9 of 9 will make a difference. 7, 7, 0. We only have 1 right there. And again, we're going to throw everything on the Awakened version of Solus. There's a copy for Kayleen. 2 cards here just to sell back. Then these 2, of course, are going on to our copy of Solus. That gives her at least 3 of 9 furniture, guys, which is awesome. There we go. Getting her built up just like we need to. Go ahead and recycle everything else we have in here. Not enough for a pull, but that gives her 3 of 9 furniture, which is awesome. That's very, very cool, guys. 3 of 9 furniture. And then again, let's see. I think that might have been... Nope. That was 9 of 9 for Audrey, which is awesome. Should I complete Audrey to a Ascended from Legendary Plus or start getting Halos? The big thing with Halos, guys, is Halos is broken. Honestly, as one of the heroes we see in an incredible amount of formations, Halos is a big, big priority hero. Just because he is broken for what he does in formations. That's why we see him in so many places. Absolutely. Audrey's not going to work without the damage. Audrey's not going to work without being actually built up. But the same for how close are you to Audrey? Should I complete Audrey from Legendary Plus? I would go with Halos. You still have a long way to go to build out Audrey. And I would switch to Halos just because he's a big priority. Audrey doesn't even make it into kind of the priority stargazing wish list out of there. Yeah, where Halos is a super, super high priority, guys. And I think Shot Gaming said, I don't want to forget the summons or the viewer. the viewer gifting membership. So let me get the gifting memberships out of here, guys, before I forget that we're going to be doing this. Sometimes I do forget, so I definitely wanted to do this before we forget for the gifting membership. So that should be coming pretty soon, guys. And the Dark Azrael, we have another new subscriber, guys. That is 2. And if you look with the summons, finger crossed, we did 5. Guys, I did 5 gift memberships today. There we go. So we got Love Linus, we have James, we have Riley, Kedez, and the Dark Azrael with a $5 super chat donation. Thank you. Watching some of the videos yesterday, you said not to spend your diamonds in the stargazing room, but you did. Why? So it depends, Dark Azrael, on what you're building. So not to spend the diamonds in the stargazer room. It depends where you're at. It really, really depends on where you're at. So if you're earlier game, Azrael, don't spend the diamonds in the stargazer room early. If you're burning through the diamonds within the stargazer room, you're going to forego building all of your faction heroes. The big thing with that is when you go into the King's Tower, guys, when you hit floor 125, you start getting stargazer cards. So if you're not at the part, or if you're not far enough, Dark Azrael, that you're getting stargazer cards out of these faction towers, I recommend do not use the stargazer until you get to that point. When you're getting the cards out of here is the point where you want to start stargazing with the cards. Let's say early, if you go early and you're building out Lucretia, you're going to sacrifice every single diamond that you have building out Lucretia. She's going to be good in the campaign, but that's the only place that you're going to find use for her. Then when you get to the point of actually being able to farm these towers, you're not going to have the heroes to build or to actually farm these towers for the stargazer cards. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. But that's kind of the logic between it. If you're early mid game and you start stargazing too early, you're going to hurt your progression, and you're going to hurt the progression very, very fast, because you're going to have a Lucretia that is not effective enough to be used, and you're not going to have the heroes to farm up the cards within the stargazer. And I think it's catching up right now to what we have. Again, Streamlabs does take a little bit to kind of get broken. So congratulations to everyone who got the memberships today, guys. It was insane. That again is probably the best summoning session that I have ever seen, hands down, that I've ever done. Yeah, and that's the thing, is if you stargaze for Lucretia, if you're pay to win, go ahead, stargaze as soon as you want to. If you're putting money into this game, definitely go ahead and build Lucretia first. She will carry for an incredible amount. But if you're free to play, if you're a low spender, you're going to hurt your progression when you're going through there. Hypos are weak right now. The big thing with hypos, guys, we have a couple that are really strong. Lucretia, Zolrath, really strong. And then, of course, the Charizard. So the Mahira and the Charizard, the Khazard, are the two driving factors in here for probably the best hypogen heroes. Zolrath is awesome, guys. Zolrath I use for a ton. I still use, I mean, we're in chapter 44. He's used the entire game. He does a ton of damage. He does actually an incredible amount of damage. If you build him out with the engraving, he will do a ton of damage, and he does it really fast. Plus, he's used in a lot of PvP modes. We see Zolrath used in a lot of different places. Same with Khazard. Not only Khazard with Mahira and the Charizard, we see Khazard with Leonardo da Vinci. We see Khazard with Mishka running with Raku. You know, we see Khazard in a lot of different places as well. Then, of course, guys, Mortis. Mortis with his empowerment buff. This is actually a super, super strong buff. As you start getting to later game, it's not as prevalent. But early game, being able to maximize your damage in guild bosses, Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm, things of that nature, Mortis is the driving factor within theirs. Glad there was something I could wait to do was build her up to chapter 34. Plenty of heroes. Yeah, that's the big thing is, again, when you get to a point of the campaign, you'll naturally be getting Stargazer cards kind of on a regular basis. And then going from there, Valoris, all hypogens. Now, Valoris, I'm saving right now because I'm going to get copies of Valoris out of the event that is coming up. It's since I have the rest of the heroes built up, I'm going to build her. Now, outside of the tower, I don't see her used very much, Love Linus, and that's where that's where I kind of I'm kind of hesitant on building her. Is again, we're building her for one specific game mode, because most of the other game modes she has already been replaced. So we've actually seen her replaced within the Cursed Realm. Short of, again, the tower, we're really not seeing her. How often do new dimensional heroes come out? There's no really release schedule for the new heroes. We actually had quite a few released, and then there was a very long break before we seen the next heroes that came out. And of course, Geralt and Yennefer, it could be 3-4 months before we see another one. Really depends. Would you recommend Zolrath over Halos or the other way around? Yes, I would recommend building out Halos. So Zolrath, guys, Zolrath is a hero that you should be getting out of the Challenger store. He is one of the biggest priority heroes. He's actually right in this slot right here. But when you get the dimensional hero, so I believe Merlin and Leonardo are in here. Once you get those, it's 100% full in for Zolrath. Zolrath has to have his 3 of 9 furniture to be effective at all. And then if you continue to build him out, just like the Awakened version of Solus, as you build him out higher, he'll do better. He will do better damage-wise. Is there still, let's say, Mythic Brutus when you have the Ascended Brutus? Yeah, Brutus, Marco, is still used. Now, I use Brutus a considerable amount. The big thing with him is the immunity factor. So he is used in formations to allow the Charmazard to work, to allow Leonardo da Vinci and Khazard to work. He is just there to buy your 6 seconds to essentially go through. Is Halos signature item worth passing over because of the haste? No, Halos you want built, guys. Halos is a hero that you have to build out in his entirety. The 30960, even here with the 60 engraving, this is huge, guys, because Halos has no cap on this. And haste, of course, being one of the biggest, still the absolute biggest attribute within AFK Arena. Haste you want to focus on, and you want to build out haste as much as possible, guys. Even the reason why we take the Awakened version of Brutus up to plus 35 for the signature item is he gains more haste. So the frequency of his attack and spellcasting with haste is the reason why you definitely want to build them out just a little bit further. Have you ever, have I ever used Yukio? The only time that I've used Yukio is actually with the cheese. So you can actually use him similar to Astrilda, but now we have the Awakened version of Aziz. You can cheese Flora from flying. That is really it. I was thinking he was wondering, should I go to 35? If you're going to 35, I probably wouldn't drive it that far just because of the sheer cost. It's expensive, guys. If you're taking these heroes up to a plus 35, if you have a majority of the key heroes built, I would probably take it up to a plus 35. But even now, I have a lot more to add on to Neve to take her up to the plus 30. Even continuing to build her out, guys, we still have so many other heroes that are coming, that are just literally coming down the line. Even with the new Mauler that is coming, we're going to have to continue to build and save resources. Yeah, fun fact, there was Yukio, which is pretty funny. Yukio was the purchase only hero. He was the dimensional that was $50. You couldn't get him any other way. So if a lot of old players quit playing, I think you can get him in here now, though. I believe they did bring him to the garrison. There he is. Yep. So Yukio, you can garrison, but again, a lot of players haven't. Best Mauler for the Mauler Tower besides Brutus. For the Mauler Tower, there are really 3, Danny, that stand out. First one being Antandra. Antandra is similar to what we see with Isolde, guys. If you have her plus 60 engraving, she can be self-sufficient. She can actually keep herself alive through a majority of fights. She is pretty much team 1. Looking at team 2, Kren. Kren is a crowd control monster. In addition, he is used within the Cursed Realm for a lot of different formations. I even use him in the Ranger spec within the Temple Rift. Kren does a lot of crowd control. Then, of course, guys, the Awakened version of Brutus is just a monster. It is absolutely a monster in there. How does so the garrison works, James, is you trade resources to garrison a hero. Now, once you garrison the hero 6 times, you no longer have to garrison that hero. You can actually rent that hero for free forever going forward. I think that once you do garrison a hero 6 times, James, they should just give you the hero forever. But if the player you're garrison the hero from quits playing, you can no longer garrison that hero. You have to find a person who owns the hero to borrow the hero, which I don't like. I have Entendre maxed out. She can survive. Yes, Entendre, guys, really, really strong. She can survive solo. The big thing is with Entendre is if she gets 1 or 2 targets down, she does enough damage to pretty much clean everybody else. Drez, yes, I agree with Drez as well. Drez will do some damage, but you have to get him to scale. You have to buy him enough time to get the ultimate ability off. Of course, with Drez, the biggest thing building out Drez is the 9 of 9. So this is the driving factor, guys, with Drez's damage. If you don't have the 3 of 9 and the 9 of 9 furniture, Drez will not be effective by any means. This is what amplifies his damage through the roof. It is super, super important, guys. If you're building out Drez, the furniture he uses it is kind of the broken reason why players do build Drez. They fixed the garrison a bit. You can garrison off of people you are not friends with. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you, Shady. So yeah, then you can borrow them even if you're not friends with them. So the big thing, though, that I hate, and I do use it on both of my free-to-play accounts, is even though I've garrisoned the hero 6 times, I have to continue going back and renting them. I feel like they should just give you the hero and just kind of leave it at that. Who should I get first, Athalia or Zolrath? Zolrath. Melko, I would go absolutely. Zolrath would be my first choice and is my first choice out of the Challenger store, out of those two. But again, if you're looking, guys, Merlin and Leonardo da Vinci, a lot of players kind of sleep on Leonardo. He is incredibly, incredibly useful. Same with Merlin. Merlin is still used in a lot of AFK Arena. And if you guys have seen the rumors, so it might be game breaking, you might have some feedback on this one. There is a rumor going around within AFK Arena within the community, and I'm sure some of you have seen it, that they're going to do, but again, they've kind of thrown it around. I've seen it from a couple different sources at this point. So it could be possibly the awakened version of Arthur. And as much as I do love Arthur, guys, he used to be a staple in the Ainz formation every single day. As of now, he's not really used much of anywhere that I know of. Even being built out, guys, since he does not have an immunity, he still gets crushed when it comes to deficiencies in there. What awakened hero would you recommend free to play? I was torn between Brutus and Baden. Honestly, I would go Brutus. That has always been my recommendation, was the awakened version of Brutus, guys. He has so much utility. It's kind of absolutely broken. Yeah, awakened Arthur. Again, that's been kind of the rumor. Is an awakened version of Arthur, which I think would be pretty cool because they could do essentially whatever they wanted to with it. And they were talking about with the awakened version of Arthur that he would actually unlock the full power of Excalibur. Would be kind of how the awakened story went. And again, this is kind of the rumor. I don't know who started it, spread it. I don't know if anything is legit with it, but he actually gets the full power of Excalibur, which essentially gives him the awakened version. Do you think the formation Scarlet, Rowan, Rose, Twins, and Halos, that will not work, Peter? The big thing is if you have too much support, Scarlet, Rosaline, and Rowan go together incredibly well. You're going to need crowd control, or you're going to need mitigation. You're going to need a tank that can hold till Scarlet ults. That's one of the big things. So even a lot of players will run that formation specifically. That does work well, but again, you're going to have to change up some of the heroes. So these three together work incredibly well. Now, either we've run it with Rosaline actually falling back to Scarlet, but running something like Mishka in here with possibly Peanut, she is going to provide your crowd control, giving you time to actually ult and also with the damage mitigation that we see from a star is going to do the exact same, guys. You have to buy Scarlet time to ult. And if you can see, guys, even the damage that she put out, it is not that much damage that fast because the target dies too quickly. So even, let's say, swapping to the back where we're going to see the mitigation. And it also depends a lot on the formation. A lot on the formation, but you're going to have to keep them alive, Peter. That's kind of the problem. Do you have a suggestion on the comp for the event boss? So the event boss, which is Death Reborn, it is right here in the Hopeless Isle. So the event boss is very cool. So you can copy the ones that are in here. And again, the event boss, I reached almost 200 million. But looking in here, guys, even looking at the leaderboard, go through here and see. I know I follow Key's on my friends list. Look at what they're utilizing in here. Even if you go down formation, so go down even way down here. I just seen in season right there. Big shout out to him. But if you're going down, guys, find a formation that works. Find a formation essentially where the team that they're running is going to work. Even if you follow, hop on here, which I think it was this one. See what formation is working based on the heroes you have and just kind of go with that. These are very dependent on some of the heroes, depending on where you have. Even there, I'm only at 1 billion. I did this the first day it came out. So I'm going to have to go in here because there is no copy battles. But now we have Soulless. This Baden, of course, you get for free. So we can actually see if we can break our 1 billion damage on there. And what's going on? Devin gifted 5 memberships. Wow, guys. So we got some more coming as soon as they pop up. So we have looked at Pippo, Highborn, Peter. Big shout out. That is awesome. Santak and Brett as well. Thank you, Devin, for gifting out the memberships out there. That is 10 new memberships, guys, which is awesome. Very cool to see. And of course, we got Soulless built out now. Nevi, we're building out as well, which is very cool. There's no free-to-play comps to get 2 billion. And that might be it. There might be a point where essentially the damage isn't going to get there. And this is what a lot of players have problems with. The awakened version of Baden is dying very quick. Even looking here, guys, we're not going to get our 1 million damage or our 1 billion damage here. We're not even going to get to that point. Looking again at that RNG aspect, I was much further in some of my other attempts here that I made, which was this one. So Baden, exact same team, but look, Scarlet was, or excuse me, Ascended, or the Awakened Soulless was way less built. RNG factor did not come through in here to actually build this out. And there we go, guys. They're showing up. Yeah, and that's it. You do get a weak version of Baden. Looking right here, guys, you can see he's only 5 stars, not really built out that high. So again, this is going to be a very high RNG aspect. If I had Nevi, I feel like it would probably do a lot better. But unfortunately, I don't have her built out. I don't have the engraving on her. Don't have the signature item. Don't have furniture on her to really maximize the damage that we have in there. And look at that, guys. I love seeing the new alerts with the new setup. It is very cool to see, guys. But again, we're pulling less damage with a much stronger version of Soulless, which is pretty funny. Even then, Nevi wasn't built out quite to that point. So we're not even hitting where we were before. We're not even close to where we were before. Let's see these last 3. We need some good RNG. How are you doing the Abyssal Expedition? Are you guys the top 100? We're not even close, Shady, to the top 100. Not at all. I can do more than 1.5 billion damage there. My EV has no furniture or engraving. Even there, guys, let's see. And it's funny that with the formation looking there, last 5 with building out Soulless did a lot less damage. And look at him, guys, not really doing much damage at all. And again, Soulless is way stronger. But still doing a lot less damage within the formation. Yeah, I'm not sure because that's exactly the ones. Try Baden, Soulless. Let me swap it out a little. Pippo said try Baden, Awakened Soulless, which is good. Nevi, Saurus, and Hodgkin. So Nevi, Saurus, and Hodgkin. Let me do Nevi. Saurus, I know this was one of the alt comps that we kind of had because Hodgkin, of course, is going to provide a lot of buffs, but is also going to provide, and let's see, is also going to provide that crowd control factor. So there's the flag is up. Look at Baden, guys. Baden is just getting kind of wrecked in here. And I love how fast the Winged Lion comes in. Maybe this will do it. What's a good substitute? I'm not sure, Peter. What's a good substitute for Nevi? Let me know. Yeah, I got it there. Thanks. Is Nevi good? I got her on my new account. She is. So even there, guys, 752 in that formation. And it seems even here that, again, guys, look at Baden's not doing really much of anything. Even there, Saurus put out a considerable amount of more damage. Even Nevi's not really doing much of anything, guys. 36 million healing when, you know, she's at 311. And even the damage, I mean, 4 million to 229 million. That's incredible. I wonder if like a Halos in there. Again, I'm just kind of spitballing here to see what we could do to Vanthi. So Nevi, of course, has done incredibly well, guys. I think she's going to be used in a lot of different formations, honestly. I think once we do have her built up, after I build out the Awakened version of Soulless, seems like she does pretty well. Seems like overall does pretty well. And that's it, Marco. That's what a lot of players have said. The Awakened version of Baden is very, very, very dependent, I guess, on the skills and abilities. Even there, we hit 800. Not doing a lot of damage. Overall, not doing a lot of damage in there. What's going on, Pika? Yeah, we could swap Rowan in here, but again, it seems like it's going to be kind of. Am I late? Yep, we're just about done with the stream. But if you go back and watch it, the summons were off the hook. The summons were absolutely crazy today. I don't know what happened with the summons, but they are absolutely broken. Thought Soulless and Hodgkin would be more built. Nevi, yeah, that's my thought. Pippo is Nevi. I think has to be built up quite a bit more for the viability. They're two heroes that one being relatively new, but even there, guys, it just seems that it is going to be the RNG factor of doing out the damage in here. So again, we had Nevi in here, which again, I feel like really having her built out considerably would make a big difference because, of course, she is going to amplify the damage that Baden is doing. She is also going to amplify with the plus 60 engraving the damage that Soulless is doing within here. And then, of course, Scarlet just drives damage. She is just completely broken when it comes to pushing out the damage. Even here, they got the engraving. The engraving is just literally built out to a whole nother level. But Scarlet doing 4 billion damage, guys. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm hoping next patch, Devin, that they will give a reset. I think it would be very, very cool to see. E30 Thorn can still work. Yes, absolutely. I have Thorn at the E30. I would like to reset, but he still works. He does work, guys. I use the Thorn cheese religiously now. He will still work even at the plus 30 engraving. Not really. It might take a couple more tries, like you said, but it does work. It will still work. Sure, there will be an engraving reset. Yeah, Devin, exactly. That's what I'm hoping. Guess it makes sense from a lore perspective, but it is crazy Wilders have so many good support. Yes, I know. Absolutely agree with you. I feel like they have kind of gotten the shaft, even looking at support, guys. Nimisu is really the only support they have. Alero doesn't really provide any support, even though he is a support class. You could make him into a ranger and it wouldn't make a big difference as the impact that he does. Even if you made him a warrior, tank, whatever, it wouldn't make a big difference with this support aspect that he has. Not many players really utilize him for the support. Does the tier 4 stone for Thorn worth it? Not really, Peter. Doesn't really make a big difference. That's really the The big thing is even here, I believe I don't have the tier 4 gear on him. Tier 3, tier 3. Tier 4, is it going to make a huge difference? The big thing is, of course, he gets a pretty decent buff to defense and magic resistance. You don't want the tier 4 on there because of the magic resistance, guys. That is 2% less damage he is going to take, and I believe it is the same with the boots. It just gives you a little bit of tenacity. But again, the defense, you don't need, guys. You don't need to build him out that far. Because again, it's going to take more. Yeah, exactly. Neat Bannon. That's what a lot of players have said. I thought he was support. Skarath is good. Yes. Skarath is good, guys. Skarath, of course, with the 5 pull, with the 3 of 9 furniture. He is still used in a lot of different places. And if you guys have noticed, the top damage dealing team within the Abyssal Expedition, because we have ads, is Skarath. Skarath in a combination works incredibly well, maximizing the damage within the Abyssal Expedition, which is kind of is definitely kind of broke. What do we got? We have our little Death Reborn portrait story. Oh, because we get Baden. I was wondering exactly what that is, but I think that is just about everything, guys. We used all of our resources. I don't think I have any beast summons. Maybe one. Maybe we do. We have 5. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and summon these up. I'm building the beast to level 12. Level 12. Level 12 is your goal. Looking here at the skills, this level 12 is actually the game changer when it comes to building him out, which is the reason we are driving that all the way to that level 12. He is on 8 right now. Make sure you go in here and you train all of these beasts, guys. You can actually train these sub levels when you get to level 3. Again, make sure that you come in here and you do go ahead and build and train all of these beasts out with their sub levels. You don't want to miss out on that. I have 10 Stargazer cards. Oh, thank you, Alejandro. 10 Stargazer cards. Nick Ghost. Big shout out to Nick. Just got a copy of Baden. We need we need 2. 2 copies of Brutus, guys. Let's see if it is going to be anything. If it is the diamonds, I'm going to lose it because that would just be absolutely crazy. But it is just some more resources. I am good with that, guys. With the summons we got today, I am definitely good with that. Sorry, guys. So again, that is going to do it for our stream for today. Thank you for all the love and support for the channel, guys. We are almost to 28,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely insane, guys. 28,000 strong, even gaining a couple hundred. We're getting a lot new members. Big shout out to Devin for the memberships. Probably, again, the best summoning session that I've probably ever done within AFK Arena. The amount that we got is insane, guys. I'm going to go out and finish up my Christmas lights. And there we go, guys. Another new subscriber. I believe that is 3 or 4 already. Very cool to see. Again, we're going to save and build out the rest of the Awakened version of Brutus. We need 2 more copies, guys. Thane Ascended or Awakened Thane will be at 5 stars. Brutus will be at 5 stars. Awakened Solus is at 5 stars. I am going to go all in for Baden just because I don't have him. Aziz, we already have at 1 star. And then Taylene, I do not have either. But I'm going to work on building out Baden on this one. And we'll see what's coming pretty soon, guys. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for joining me and all the love and support for the channel. And as always, thank you guys for watching.